Wow. It is about human experience, a bunch of different perspectives of how our soul is connected to our body and what happens after we die, the different problems we face as humanity on morals and right and wrong and black and white, and how to perceive things that don't really have a solid answer. There are a lot of conversations that I feel like we all as humans have inside ourselves, but don't really speak out loud necessarily because it seems unfixable, I guess. But the book fixes the problems in such a beautiful way and has such a beautiful perspective of a human in so many different dimensions of what it means to be human. I was thinking about this the other day, and it's so hard because I love them all for different reasons. But I really like Fisha a lot. But I think Cortosh. He's my favorite for sure.
Okay.
I just love the way that he faces danger and faces questions that we don't seem to think that we know the answers to, but he finds the most logical answer to things that can't be answered. I really liked the romance between Hinor and Tionsha a lot. I don't really know why, but it's just so deep, and you can feel the difficulty of loving. They love each other, but they're not supposed to, and there's a lot of cultural aspects, and but they still decide to create new rules, and I love that. Their ability to break out of what has been for billions of years and embrace something new and a wider perspective, and their love is really beautiful too. The spiritual aspects definitely will follow me for the rest of my life. They just completely opened up my mind to viewing things so artistically and in a way that I can conceptualize. But the story too, I don't think that the concepts and ideas would have hit home as much if the storyline wasn't so beautiful as well. The romance and the trials and everything, it really wrapped it all together well. I feel like I've thought about these concepts before, an inner voice inside me, but to have such a beautifully illustrated story that I feel like I watched a movie with my eyes and I experienced, to be able to relate that to myself, I feel like I have a different relationship with my spirit and having a different perspective of what I am, and also just it added dimensions to my perspective of reality in terms of realizing that even though there are things that we don't know in this realm, maybe in another realm it makes sense that we wouldn't understand it, but in this realm we still have the ability to be open-minded and be as logical as we can, which is important. But it definitely changed, it opened my perspective and added dimensions to my life. I was really impressed with how not judgmental or preachy it was in any way. It was the kind of thing that just rings true because it is true, I think, on a principle fundamental level of nature almost, and you can feel that in you, that even if you've been conditioned to believe something else or brought up a different way, the way that it's presented in the book, a part of you knows that there are some truths that are just true and the logic of life. I love that too. And it's even helped me in my life in viewing my past differently because of the way that in the way that the book makes people able to start a whole new timeline. I love that. I love the way that time is expressed in the book. It would have to be the way that the soul intertwines with the body, and how it's a part of us, but it has such a beautiful way of bringing an image to the soul, and conceptualizing what it means after we die, or how that soul, though, is always in us. It's not something that just leaves when we die and that's it. It's our soul part of us is different than our body part of us, and really realizing that that other dimension of myself is within me now, and having a way of knowing it and feeling it and having a new story to put with it. Oh yeah, definitely. It's one of my favorite books I've ever read. Wow. Really, yeah. I loved it. It was very immersive. Like, I felt it. Yeah, I love the book. That's the only thing that I could think of, would be to leave something at the end, because I just want another book. So it's just a selfish one, so that's it. That's the only thing that has come to my mind since reading it that I would like to change.
Okay. That's a good answer.
I would say definitely, because for me it's opened my mind so much, but more so it's added dimensions to my perspective of reality. It's added so many layers and so much more color, because I'm able to live life in knowing these other dimensions that I've always known are there, but now having such a picture and story to go with it, it's really added zest and more to my life. Aliens, Avatars, Ghosts, and God. You should read this.
Thank you very much.